discuss it. But the main thing is you have to be very careful regarding your own performance, because it is a opportunity, according to me, that you are going to check how many marks you are getting. And there are near about 20 questions, I think. There are about 20 or 18 questions might be, because total slides are 20, so might be 18 to 19 questions are there. And they are just as we used to ask in the exams. So should we start? It's already 4:14. So let's start with the MCQs. Now be sure to be active, to write on the answer, and then okay, Praful has written the answer. That's good. I have not spoke out, but yes, that's shown me that you are active. Pritam is saying, okay, so you are actually active. That's shows that's the spirit. Good. Most of you are getting the same answer. Let me check. Let me read it out because I have not read it out. Correct. Let's start with the size of a sample space in the experiment of throwing two fair dices. So we are talking about two fair dices. We know on one dice there are six, on another dice there are six. So the total become 36. Correct. So most of you have answered me very quickly, and that's it. Correct. Okay. Can we change the question? If in place of this, let's see how much confident you are. If in place of this two, I replace it by three. If I am throwing three fair dices, what should be the sample space? Now write on the answer. That will show me that really you are getting the things.
Ma'am,
Because this
216.
200.
216.
How?
Ma'am, 6 cube. Ma'am, sample
Six.
space, ma'am. Ma'am, 6 cube. Cube root of 6. Cube of 6, ma'am, is the answer. 216.
Yes, is saying 42. Eunice is saying 216. Okay,
216
so
is the answer, ma'am. 216.
216. Correct, correct, correct. I have seen most of you are writing out, and that's good. Okay, let's be ready with the second one. Yes. And sometimes that is just written because I have copied and
1 by
pasted. Do
3.
not go to the
1 by
options.
3. Ma'am, 1 by 3.
Not to speak it up. Just write it
Okay.
down. Let others do the work. And those who are giving me the answer, I can let you ask that how you are getting the answer, because so that other can also know what is the strategy and how we are getting the answer. Let me read out and then I will ask any one of you. Most of you are giving me the answer. That's good. Chali. Let's see. When rolling a fair die, probability of rolling a 5 or a 6. Rolling a 5 or 6 means when we are throwing a dice, we are looking for what is the chance that at the top either number 5 will appear or number 6 will appear. Correct? So we are looking for probability of getting a 5 or probability of getting a 6. And when we have or in between, we have to add the probability of getting 5 and 6. Correct? So let me ask Shubham. Shubham Siddharth. Just switch on your speaker and let me know what is the probability of 5 and probability of 6. And is it correct what I have written?
Ma'am, 5 and 6, there are two digits, and out of 6, we are finding two digits like 2 by 6. Then 2 by 6 is the answer is 1 by 3. It will be.
Correct. What Shubham is saying that if we are looking for that, what we are looking for the answer is we are looking of 5 or a 6. We are talking about this or this. Two things are there. As we know, the probability of each one of them is 1 by 6. So the answer becomes 2 by 6. Correct? 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, or directly we can say 2 digit out of 6 means 2 by 6. So the answer is correct. Most of you have given me the correct answer. Correct. Chale, let's start the next one. A card is drawn from a well shuffled pack. Probability that the drawn card is an ace. We're talking about a well shuffled pack, and we are looking for probability of getting an ace. Okay, some of you are giving me the answers. Near about 4 to 5 students has given me the option as 4 by 52, and it gives me 1 by 13 means option D. Is it correct? I hope so. It's correct. Okay, one more thing, that if there is some confusion regarding what we are doing because I have not shown the answer, so after this lecture, I will also share the document from where I have taken it. It is taken from a book. I have a book in which the chapter of probability distribution, or you can say discrete probability, is given, and the whole MCQ they have listed and shared as a teacher resource. So the whole question sets is there. One two question was there that was tough, or we can say that was not that what we have done till now, so I have not added it. Total 25 questions are there along with the answer. So I will upload the document on the LPU Live. You can verify the answers from there also. Correct? But here also the discussion we are doing for each and every question. चलिए, what we have is most of you are saying 1 by 13. Pranay, can you let me know how 1 by 13?
4 cards by 52 cards, ma'am. 4 cards, 6 cards by 52.
Correct. We have the total of 52 cards, and if we talk about the ace, then there are 4 ace in a pack of
4
52
ace cards
cards.
by 52 total.
52 is giving me the answer 1 by 13, hence option D is correct.
Yes,
Correct?
ma'am.
Chalo. Let's see the next one. In rolling two distinct fair dice, probability that the sum of face value is divisible by 3. Try it out. Again, we are talking about dice, and here, whatever the number is appearing, we are saying that it is a multiple, or we can say divisible by 3. Himanshu has answered me. Correct. All others are still working. Let's wait for others to be done. Himanshu, you have not to speak out till I will not ask from you. Correct. Today we are just doing the practice session, so it's better that if each one of you will participate. And why this all is because we need to boost up our confidence that when we are going for the examination and going for all these MCQ, we must be confident that yes, we have practiced enough for the probability. So here, the first thing we have to look for, we are talking about two distinct fair dice. We know what should be the sample space, cardinality n of s, and when we are looking for the sum of face value divisible by 3. So we must know what are the numbers that could be written which are falling as the number divisible by 3. Okay, we got one more answer, and I think both are saying same. We are talking about sum of face values, and we know how to calculate the sum. Here you will take as a hint that as a total, if we talk about the total sum, maximum which is possible is 12. Correct? We can have a maximum number 6 on one dice, and on another one 6 is also there. So now you can take whatever the numbers less than 12 are there, which are divisible by 12, and in how many ways you can write down those pairs. Okay, Arjun has also solved, Eunice is solving, good. And be sure when you are writing out, you must know how you are calculating. Yes, others. Shubham has also done. Okay, I think still others are doing. Let me take Eunice. Eunice, can you explain how you have solved?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the divisible in between the 12 number, there is 4 divisible by 3 now. 3,
Hmm.
6, 9, and 12. So
Correct.
1 by, yes, 4 by 12 is equal to 1 by 3.
Why
So if you,
12?
ma'am, there are 12, if you two dice, the addition of 2, like 6 and 6 for a dice, there will be maximum 6. And there
The
another dice, there will
explanation
be
is not correct. Pritham has also written the same explanation and
Ma'am,
might be.
ma'am, I have
Hmm.
written, ma'am, actually, ma'am, ma'am,
Hmm.
there are four numbers, ma'am, 3, 6, 9, and 12. These are sums
Correct.
that can be divisible by 3. Ma'am,
Hmm.
occurrence of sum of face values having 3 is 2, and having
Hmm.
6 is, ma'am, 5, and having
Hmm.
9 is, ma'am, 4, and having 12 is, ma'am, 1. So, ma'am, we, ma'am, add these up and we get 12. And sample space is 36. So 12 by 36 is equals to 1 by 3.
That is correct. That explanation is good because here I have seen that Pritham has also written what Eunice is saying, and it is just by chance better that you are getting a correct answer. The answer is okay. The answer should 1 by 3. Let me write down why the explanation is not correct, and you must have to go for it because here it is just by chance that you are getting a correct answer. Right? So, what I think Himanshu told me, no?
for other
Yes.
case, we may wrong also.
Hanji?
So for other case, similar type of question for other case, you'll get wrong. That's why I'm saying we need to know this.
Yes. That here, if we talk about that the sum of face value is divisible by 3, so it means the number as a total can come 3. The sum can be 6, the sum can be 9, and the sum can appear on the 2, which is 12. And if we look for that how many pairs are there, which is giving me the sum as 3, so we can write down 1 comma 2, and similarly 2 comma 1. So there are two cases. So what Himanshu is saying is that we have taken that there are two possibilities. If we talk about 6, then we have 1 comma 5, we have 2 comma 4, we have 3 comma 3, we have 4 comma 2, and then 5 comma 1. Right? So I'm not for each and every case, but this is what we are doing is we are going to add whatever possibilities are there for getting a sum of 6. So here for 6 it is 5, and for 9 if we write down, then we will get, let me speak it out so that you will see what the possibilities are. We will get 3 6, 6 3, 4 5, and 5 4. So there are four cases. Okay, Dheeraj has already written all the cases so that we can clarify. That's good. So here we have 4, and if we talk about 12, so there is only one possibility. Correct? So all these pairs are giving me those numbers which are divisible by 3. So 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 4, 11,
Yeah.
and 1. So the total is 12. And we know that the sample space for the two fair dice is given by 36. So this is how we are calculating and getting an answer of 1 by 3. Hope so we are getting it. Correct? So let's start with the next one. This one. The probability if a fair coin is tossed 10 times, that exactly 7 head will appear. Now be sure to read the question carefully. We are talking about one single fair coin. We have tossed it 10 times and we need 7 head to appear. Exactly 7 head will appear. We are looking at.
Ma'am,
Hanji.
Ma'am, in this, ma'am, binomial will be used, ma'am, binomial distribution.
It depends upon you. You can do without binomial also, you can do with binomial. Just you have to find out the correct answer. Explanation I will talk later on. Okay, let's see what others are doing and how they are doing. Okay, if we start discussion, that the main thing is we have to focus what is the probability of getting head in one single throw, and here we are talking about exactly 7 head to appear. And do it by binomial if possible, and here because the answer is given in fractions, so let's see what the correct answer is. Correct, you have to use your calculator and then we will get the correct answer. Let's see. Yes, try it out and let me know. Eunice is saying B is the answer. Himanshu, what according to you is the answer? You have written the solution. Okay, you are saying C. Let others also do. But here approximate answer is just that whatever you are getting, you can write it down. You know? Because here if we look for the option, D is saying none of these. And if you look for the A, B and C, in all of the three we are starting with 0.1, and in the second place we have to be very careful that it is 2 or 1, and if I am getting 2 5, then obviously it's B. If we are getting 1 1 something, then it's C. Now here see, Himanshu is getting C part, means this is 0.117, and Eunice is saying 0.12. So actually 117 and 12 are approximate, but here the question is being asked for an accurate answer. I have also done, and if I have done, I am getting till now I have divided. Himanshu, can I ask, and Eunice, can you write down what you have divided? I am going to divide 150 by 128. This is what I have done by 10C7, 1 by 2 raised to power 7.
1 by raised to
Eunice?
120 by 1024.
120 by 1024. It means you have not simplified it. है ना? Actually, I have done the calculation after simplification. Himanshu, what you are getting?
ma'am 120 by 1024.
It means both of you are getting the same. But see,
Ma'am, actually I have written, ma'am, I have, ma'am, B should be the answer, ma'am. Ma'am, I have corrected, ma'am. I multiplied it.
okay.
Instead, I should have to divide it, ma'am. That 10C7 into, ma'am, 1 by 2 is to power 10, ma'am. That should be 1 by 2 is actually in divide, ma'am. Ma'am, because 2 to power 10, 1024 should be there. 120 upon 1024.
Chali. So it's final now when both of you are getting, because I have written 150 by 128, that is actually after the corrections. But this is correct that we are getting.
Ma'am,
And
ma'am, answer will be C. Ma'am, answer will be C. Ma'am, because ma'am 120 upon 1024, ma'am, is equals to 0.117186.
chalo, that's you have to see what I am getting. I
This
will
means
have
answer
to.
will be C only. Answer will be C only.
ठीक है. I am also getting 0.1 when I have not solved next digit. Till now I am getting 0.11. ठीक है. So
Actually,
you have to see
yeah.
what the correct answer is. We have the answer also. But let's discuss about it, because questions is in front of me. We can do the calculation. I am doing not using a calculator. So when we will
Yes,
do with
ma'am.
a calculator, obviously it will be very exact. Let's
Yes, ma'am.
discuss it.
Answer
That
will
why
be
we are using
C.
binomial.
Answer.
Okay, most of you are saying C, C, C. Okay, Preetham has done with the calculator and getting 0.11, 120 by 1024. Correct. Now here let's see what we have to be done. Here we have a fair coin is tossed 10 times, and we know that how to find out heads. So here we are looking for that n is 10. If I write on the formula, it will be n is 10. We are looking for getting head 7 times. Out of 10, we are looking for 7 times. So it becomes r. And we know the probability is 1 by 2. So NCR, if we add PR and Qn minus R, it becomes 1 by 2 raised to power 7 and 1 by 2 raised to power 3, and finally it gives me 1 by 2 raised to power 10. So all of you have solved it, and now we have finalized the answer is C. Correct? Chalo. Let's start with the next one. See what the question is. Probability of not getting 2 of on होना चाहिए. It is on throwing a dice given that the face turn up is even. Correct? We are talking about two things now. Probability of not getting a 2 in throwing a die given that the face turned up is even, means it is already known that the number that is appearing on the top is an even number. Even number means we have 2, 4 or 6. So this is already known to us. Now we are looking for that if this is known, what is the probability of not getting 2? Correct? So you have to emphasize on this, otherwise there is a chance of mistake. Correct? So I have just discussed. Now you have to see how you are going to calculate it. Himanshu has calculated. Himanshu, let's wait for others to do and we'll discuss with you. You start thinking for. Okay, Dheeraj is also doing and got the result. Yes, Preetham, good. Others, please also see and just think about it, because answer we are already getting. And here the thing is, when we are getting something, we are looking for not getting two. Okay. I think others are still doing. Dheeraj, can you explain what you have done and how you have solved it?
Ma'am, out of total outcomes, we know that there is only even numbers coming showing up, and in those even numbers, two is not like 2 is not the path. So total
Hmm.
number of outcomes may be 3 for now, and
Hmm.
from that 4 and 6 will be visible. So 2 by 3.
Correct. So all of you are getting it. Actually, the question is coming from the conditional probability. You can here apply the formula also, or because conditional probability is not a thing that you have to write on the formula because it's an MCQ. So what you have to do is actually you have to look for your common sense that what we are looking actually for. So here we are saying it is already known that a dice face which turned up is an even number. It means it could be either 2, 4 or 6. And now we are saying we are looking for the probability of not getting 2. It means we are looking for the probability of getting 4 or 6. Any number can appear. So here the total possible outcomes are 3. And what is coming in favor are 2. That's why the answer is 2 by 3. Correct? All of you are satisfied because here I am getting only 3 responses. So all of you must have also to do. This is from me because I have just seen that we have passed near about half of the time and we are at sixth question. So I'm not going to discuss more. According to me, it's enough that what we have discussed. You can do the question with the help of conditional probability formula also by writing it down, or you can do it directly from here that 3 possible outcomes are there as the sample space which is making. On not getting 2 means 2 are in favor. So the total answer is 2 by 3. Let's start with the next one. Here we are saying if the digits 0 through 9 are randomly arranged, then the probability that 2 is not in the first position. Okay, according to me, let me skip it because we have not done the permutation type of question, so we are going to skip it. Okay, if you want, you can attempt it and you can verify your answer. But let's, for the timing, let's move on to the next one. Let's see this one. A fair dice is rolled. The probability of rolling a prime number. I think it's very easy. Himanshu has given the answer. Others, please also do. Yes, Dheeraj, good. Okay, Farhan has given me the answer after a long time. Farhan, can you explain, please? I'm not waiting for others because we have to go for more and more examples here. Okay, answer I think is 1 by 2, which all of you are getting. Farhan, can you speak? Okay, I think the speaker is not responding. Okay, let me ask from other. Um Karthik. Karthik, can you explain what are the prime numbers and what is the total sample space? Okay, Farhan has written that 235 is a prime number, and Karthik is saying the prime is 3. Okay. Karthik, I think he wants to say that there are 3 prime numbers. The prime is 3 is not clear. There are 3 prime number 1, 3 and 5. No, 1 is also prime location. The numbers which are prime is 1, 3 and 5. So as a total, okay, okay, sorry. 2, not 1, 2. 2, 3 and 5 are the prime number. 1 is not taken as prime, 2 is the smallest prime number. So 2, 3, 5 are the prime numbers, and if we go for the prime numbers, the total are 3, the sample space is 6, so the answer is 3 by 6 gives me 1 by 2. Lokesh is asking why 1 is not taken, because prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 1 and by itself only, and in that category we are not considering 1. Prime number always starts from 2. Correct? This is from the mathematics, you can see the reasons. According to me, this is a valid reason that the smallest prime number, that's why it's taken as 2. Correct? So here we have the total 3 prime numbers. The sample space is having 6. So we have the answer is 1 by 2. Let's go to the next question. A card is drawn from a well shuffled pack of 52 cards. What is the probability of drawing a face card or a red card?
Red card or red 10?
Pardon?
Ma'am, this is red card or red 10?
Okay, or it should be red card. According to me, it should be red card.
Okay,
Red.
ma'am. Then
Okay, no. Might be. They are correct. Red 10 means getting number 10 on a red card. Let's see which, according to me, it could also be a meaning. Na? If it is a printing mistake, then it should be a red card. Because normally we have the question like this card or this card. So might be I have, let's first go for the red 10. If it is not so, if it is a typing mistake, then we can take it as a red card. Correct? Let's take it for as such, either a face card
Combination of
or
face, there is four option: face card or red card 10. There is no relation between 10 or face card.
yes, ma'am.
Red card 10 and
okay, that it means they are independent.
Ma'am, 0. Ma'am, union intersection will be 0.
Intersection will be 0, but actually we can do na 5. What is the probability of getting a face card plus
Ma'am,
what is
12
the
by
probability of
12
red?
by 52 plus ma'am 1 by 52.
So find out the total answer. I'm slowly bit.
Not be in the option, ma'am.
Hanji, no option is there.
No, ma'am. It will be none of these.
video.
Obviously, then it will be none of these, because in that case we are not getting the correct answer. Let's discuss first. What we are getting is first we are saying regarding a face card. So how many face cards are there?
12 face cards.
12 face card. We have 3 into 4, 12. J, Q and K we have considered as a face card. So we have total 12. And the total is actually 52. So that will comes in the denominator, because 12 by 52 plus something by 52. And if we talk about a red 10, so how many red 10 are there?
Ma'am, 2.
2 red
Two.
10 are. So the option is there.
Ma'am,
Oh,
14 by 52. 14 by 52 is the
14.
answer.
And you are saying there is no option?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Actually, I consider only one red.
Why? There are
Ma'am,
2
because
red.
of, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I thought that red club or something.
Red
Caution
10.
is there. Red 10. 7
Number
by 26.
10 is red.
Yes,
Correct?
ma'am. 14 by 52.
7 by 26. Farhan is saying is, Lokesh, you have given 28 by 52. I'm not sure how. Earlier you gave me 30 by 52. The answer is there. There is no such thing that we can say none of these. Sometimes it is also there that sometimes the answer is given intentionally none of these. That student will get the correct answer. They are getting a correct answer. They are solving it or not. Correct. But here, if I have seen a face card, so face cards are 12. So we have 12 in the numerator. And when you're talking about a red 10, so red 10 means we are getting a number 10 that is in red, and we have 2 red cards. So I think it's clear now. 14 by 52,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
gives me 7 by 26. Let's go to the next one. Here we have a bag that contains 5 dimes and 2 nickels, and we are selecting 3 coins so that the total value is 35 cents. So I think here we need that how many cents are there is in dimes and nickels. So if anyone knows the relation, can let me know. Otherwise, we are going to skip this question. You can do it later on because actually we are looking for the value.
Ma'am, 1 dime is equals to, I think, ma'am, 10 cents. Ma'am, I've searched it on net. And ma'am,
Uh, and what about nickels? Okay, for the timing, let me skip this because it will need time now. And we have just
ma'am,
left with the 10 minutes.
one nickel is equals to 5 cents.
Okay, you are saying one dime is equal to how many?
10 cents.
Okay, one dime is equal to 10 cents and one nickel.
5 cents.
Okay, so let us take this information and now students can perform because they here we the only thing is we are looking for selecting three coins so that the total value is 35 cents. Correct? And we know there are five and two nickels. So now try it out. So here we have what we have to do is we have to see what are the possible combination of the three coins. Let me give you a hint and then you can solve it so that we can discuss the other questions. If we are talking about three coins and we have five dimes and two nickels, how we have to perform is here we can say three means here we can have the combination of one and two. Here we have dimes, here we have nickels. Correct? So we can calculate like this that it is possible either one or two, either we have this 2 or 1, we can have 3 and 0, or it could be 0 and 3. So these are the four possibilities. And then after you have to look for that which of these are giving you the total value as 35 cents. Correct? So this is the procedure. And in the same way, you have to calculate the values. You have to see which sets are giving you 35 and then you have to look for the correct answer. Okay, so let me start with the next one and I will share the document with you so that you can practice it and check your answers because we have to cover the whole practice
Ma'am,
question in Anju, you
ma'am,
have done?
ma'am, I think, ma'am, these are not the, uh, hello.
Anju?
Ma'am, actually, ma'am, I have searched, ma'am, another site, ma'am. It's now showing that these values have revised. Now 1 dime is equals to 25 cents. It's
Uh,
showing, ma'am,
okay.
ma'am, US coins.
Doesn't matter. Whatever we have to learn the procedure. Correct. So
Okay.
here, let me assume what you told us, what we have written is correct for the timing.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the procedure? We have to go for it. That we have to see what is the possibility in which we can select the three coins. It could be 1, 2, 2, 1, 0, 3, or 3, 0. Correct? Out of these, if it is possible to get the value of 35 cents, then you have to calculate the probability. If not, then obviously the answer is none of these. Correct? So let's move on to the next question. Here, now I'm not going to ask the answers from you. I'm just going to discuss it. Correct? So that we can at least go through the questions. Here we have a pair that is rolled, and we have to find the odds in favor of drawing a number greater than 4. I think the question is very easy. The only thing is we have to take care of the definition that we have learned regarding odds in favor.
Ma'am, favorable upon unfavorable.
Correct. Odds in favor and odds against. Correct. So you have to use their definition to get the answer. I'm not discussing the answer now. Let's go one by one what the questions are. The next we are saying is E and F are the event. The probability of event E, probability of event F, their union is given to you, and we are looking for what is the probability of their intersection. So I
Ma'am,
think just
ma'am,
application of the
formula, ma'am.
formula,
Yes, ma'am.
we can get the formula probability of E intersection F is equal to PE plus PF minus of this. So that will give you the answer. Let's go to the next one. From a well shuffled pack of 52 cards, two cards are drawn without replacement. Probability that the second card is an ace, given that the first card is a face card. So here what we are looking for, we have to calculate either by a logic or we can go with the help of the conditional probability, because given one thing, we have to calculate the second thing. Correct? Freedy has calculated, might be the last one.
Yes, ma'am.
For the 12th, he has given the answer 0.45. Praful is also done. Take it. For this one, you have to see that if we are doing without replacement, we have
Both are 15.
already taken out the face card. The first, sorry, fine, yes, correct. It is given that the first card is a face card and we are looking for the probability that the second is an ace. Correct? The next one, if we talk about again directly PEPF, for the events EF is given. Conditional probability of E when F has already been happened is given, and you have to find out F probability of happening of F when E has already been happened.
Yes,
Correct?
ma'am.
So this is how we use the concepts of the Bayes theorem directly using that, or from E slash F you can calculate E intersection F, and then using it you can calculate probability of happening of F when E is already being happened.
Ma'am, answer will be ma'am B. 8 by
If
21.
you have calculated, that's good. Still, others have to do. You can verify your answers. Correct? Let's see what the next is. Here again, we have been given that A and B are the independent event. I think it's so simple that we have been provided with probability of A and B, and we are looking for their union. Correct?
Ma'am, A. 0.90. Ma'am, easy.
So there's the sum.
Yes, ma'am.
Here in the next one, we have two urns that contain three red, two blue, and the second one contain two blue,
2 red.
two red. I think something is missing.
Ma'am, 2
Hmm?
red and 1 blue. 1 blue.
Might
I
be.
think. Might. Yes, ma'am.
We can just guess because it's not written over here. Let me read out what the question is. Here we are saying two ones are given with the red and blue marbles. We are tossing a coin. Here, see the two things are there. We have a urn and we are tossing a coin. What the thing is, if a coin turns up head, a marble is drawn from the first turn, and if it turns up tails, then a marble is drawn from the second urn. Correct? We are talking about two things. An urn is there and we are having a coin. Depending upon we are getting head or tail, we are taking the coin, sorry, the marbles from either first or the second urn. And we are looking for the probability that the first urn was chosen if the marble drawn is red. Correct? So this is how we have to perform regarding when the two things are given. You can use the multiplication theorem. You can use along with that the concept of the addition theorem. Okay, this or this. So both concept has to be utilized. Let's see the next one. A bag contains 5 red and 3 green marbles. 2 marbles are drawn in sequence without replacement. Find the probability that the first marble is red given that both are of same color. It means again either you have to use logically, because normally when these type of questions are there, na, it's you can say it's suggested that you have to use your own logic, because if you're going to write on the formula and the whole conditional probability or Bayes theorem, it will take a lot of time. If the question is coming in subjective part, obviously for 10 marks you have to write on the whole proof. For the MCQ, if it is coming, then you have to use your own logic, because the questions can be solved logically also. Correct? So from there you can get the correct answer. Let's see the next one. Here we have two fair dice with our rules. We have to find out that the sum of number is 7. Again, it is given that the number on the first die is greater than the number on the second die. I think we have done one of the question like this, in which we
Ma'am,
have talked
ma'am,
about
A.
the sum as 8. Anji?
Ma'am, in this ma'am answer ma'am I have calculated this ma'am. I think ma'am A, B, and C both three options ma'am answer is not from there. D, none of these is coming.
How you have calculated?
Ma'am, sum is 7, and ma'am, first number on first die is greater than on second die. So, ma'am, there are three cases only possible, and these are ma'am 4 3 that gives sum 7, then 5 2 that gives sum 7, and 6 1 that gives sum 7. Ma'am, other three cases, ma'am, first number is less than second number, ma'am. 2 5, 1 6, and 3 4. So, ma'am, three cases will be there.
Okay, here we are saying that the number on the first die should be greater than that on the second die.
Yes, ma'am.
So, not checked, might be what you're saying is okay. Because here, if you write on the pairs, you're getting 1 6 2 5 3 4 4 3. Then comes 5 2 and 6
6
1.
1.
And we have to see that out of these, how many are there which are falling in this category? You know? So you can verify your answer. If it is not here, you have to verify your answers with the document. Okay, here we have again the type of question that we have attempted, but here we have to look for the complement. Already we have the knowledge regarding the complement events. So here we have probability of A when B has already happened is given, and we are looking for the probability of A complement when B has already been happened. So here
Ma'am,
you need to open.
ma'am, this
Anji,
question, ma'am, can you solve, ma'am? Ma'am, because I am not getting it.
this one, 20th.
Yes, ma'am. Only this.
Okay. Here we have A by B. It means if I write down, it is probability of A intersection B
Okay.
divided by the probability of B. This is the
Okay,
formula
ma'am.
we have,
Yes, ma'am.
correct? So it is given to us as 0.7. If I look for this, probability of A dash by B. So here we have the formula A dash intersection B by PB. And if I have to go for A dash means the complement, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Here, using this information, I think we can't do directly, because here also, if we take the value, I think according to me, if I have to solve it, we can take probability of A dash intersection B as 1 minus of probability of A intersection B, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
I have to think about it. I'm not sure, but if I have to solve it, either this option should be taken, or because here if I have written this conditional probability is giving me this formula, and for second I need A dash intersection B by probability of B. This is what required. So I can first solve this numerator part, then only
Ma'am,
this can be done.
ma'am, this cannot be solved by, ma'am. We know P A by B is 0.7, and we have to find P A complement by B. So 1 minus P A by B,
Either directly, I have to check it.
ma'am.
If
Because,
it is
ma'am, ma'am, then 0.30 will be answer,
in that case, point 3 will be the answer.
ma'am.
But let's see how it can be solved.
Okay, ma'am.
So
Ma'am,
this is about
ma'am, can you share the solutions, ma'am, of
the solutions are not there. I have just the answers.
MCQ of solutions of MCQ? Yes, ma'am.